Carol. I'm here to guide you through the next 60 minutes of 26 plus. So I know it's really difficult for you to really get into the yoga, but I urge you to stay through the whole video and really put your mind to it to get through it. If there is any feedback that you can give us, please, we would really love the feedback so we know how we can make your experience more pleasurable, more memorable, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you do and stick to your goal and do the whole 60 minutes. So just before we begin, just take a moment on the mat, find a space, comfortable. Maybe you set up your room so that you are able to really get into the mood. Maybe light some incense. If you want a hot room, use your heaters. And if you want to get the humidity, maybe just boil a kettle, make sure the lid is off, have a bucket of water next to you so you can just keep topping it up. It really helps for the humidity. So anyway, let's stand with our toes and heels together. We're going to start with pranayama breathing, deep breathing, good for the lungs and respiratory system. So we inhale 6 seconds through the nose and 6 seconds out the mouth, okay? Stand toes and heels together, lock your knees, lift up on your kneecaps, engage your thighs, and now push your hips forward, lift your chest up. Interlace your fingers underneath your chin, your first and second finger on the tip of your chin. And let's begin, please. Inhale, breathing, lift your elbows up, breathe in through your nose and fill your lungs up maximum. Hold it. Exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, relax your neck, squeeze your hands, your wrists, your forearms to touch. Inhale, breathe in through the nose, making that snoring sound. Feel the vibration in the back of your throat. Exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, relax your neck, squeeze your elbows, wrists, forearms, elbows to touch. Inhale, head down, suck your stomach in, lift your elbows up, breathing only through the nose, full lungs. Exhale, make that edge sound completely emptying your lungs, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, elbows go out to the sides and up, forearms framing your face. Exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, relax your neck, squeeze your elbows to touch, up and away from your chest. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, suck your stomach in, lift your elbows up, breathe in through your nose and fill your lungs up maximum like balloons. Exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, relax your neck. As your elbows touch, draw your navel to your spine. Inhale, head down, suck your stomach in. Now you're warming up your body, so your breath is warming your body up from the inside. And exhale, open your mouth. Make that AHR sound, elbows touch. Inhale, head comes down. Now feel your lower ribs expand, middle ribs, upper ribs, full lungs, hold it there. Exhale, open your mouth, and now as you let the breath through the throat, feel the upper ribs, middle ribs, and lower ribs contract completely into your lungs. Inhale, head comes down, elbows go out to the sides and up, forearms framing your face. Exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, only your arms and head move. So breath and movement, simultaneous. Elbows touch. Inhale, head down, suck your stomach in. Your arms and shoulders might be feeling a little bit tweaky, that's okay. And exhale. Make that sound, completely emptying your lungs. 2 more. Inhale, head down, suck your stomach in, lift your elbows up, lift your chest up, make sure your spine is straight, and exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, relax your neck, squeeze your elbows to touch. Now last one. Inhale, breathe in newness, life force, energy into the body, full lungs. Exhale, open your mouth, push your chin back, relax your neck, squeeze your elbows to touch, and change. Relax your arms by your side. Just take a moment and relax. Good. Okay, so now we're only going to breathe in through the nose for the rest of the class. So remember to keep your mouth closed. Mouths are for eating, nose are for breathing. We're going to move on to Adho Chandrasana, Padahastasana, half moon hands to feet pose, only 1 set. So bring your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. You can't see my hands, they're interlaced. Release my index fingers and uncross my thumbs. Keep your arms in line with your ears. Your shoulders are going to get stronger, arms are going to get stronger. I know they're hurting, it's not going to hurt forever. Now take an inhale Exhale, bend your body over to the right and left. Left and right, just noticing how your body is feeling. Feeling that stretching sensation down both sides of your bodies, fingers to toes, bones to skin, inside and out. Now you're bending like windscreen wipers, not corkscrews, so you're not bending like this. Good. Only like this. Good. Feel those hips, stretch up, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, bend over. That's it. Push your hips out. Good. Now stop in the middle. Take a big inhale. And exhale, bend your body over to the right in a perfect straight line without bending your elbows or your knees. And feel that stretching sensation running from your fingers to your toes, bones to skin, inside and out. Bring your right shoulder forward so both shoulders face forward. And bring your left hip forward so you're squaring off your hips and your shoulders. Now lift your chin up a little bit so you can fit a grapefruit between your chin and your chest. You're pulling your arms back to open your chest like a flower in full bloom. Keep your tailbone tucked in, push your hips forward. You have a slight arch in your upper body and you're bending over more to the right and pushing your hips more to the left beyond your flexibility. Now all inhale with me. And exhale, bend your body over to the right, push your hips to the left. Change, come up, stop in the middle, inhale. Exhale, bend your body over to the left in a perfect straight line without bending your elbows or your knees. Now keep your arms with your ears throughout this posture. Don't drop your arms, don't bring them forward, keep them with your ears. Pull them back as much as possible, opening up the chest like a flower, so opening it up, good. Then bring your left shoulder forward and your right hip forward to square up your shoulders and your hips. Now breathe in and out normally through the nose. Good. Continue pushing your hips more to the right, bending your body more to the left. Now breathe with me. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your body over to the right, to the left, and push your hips to the right. Change. Come up. Stop in the middle. We're going to do our first backward bend. Now, watch me. Just relax the neck. So relax the neck. Trust me. Relax your neck. Keep it hanging there. Just listen to the words. If you're not looking at the screen, just listen to the words. Push your hips forward. Lift your heart and chest up towards the ceiling. And now immediately pull your arms back. So the arms are trying to get back in line with your ears. And when you can't move your arms back anymore, then start to bend your total spine backwards. So that your lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck and head are all backward bending. The whole front of your body is stretching from the pubic bone up to your chin. Now push your hips forward more, lift your heart and chest up more, and let's go back, way back, more back, fall back, change. Come up, stop in the middle. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come down with a straight flat back, keep your arms in line with your ears, and then separate your hands on either side of your feet. Your hands don't have to touch the ground. Now walk your legs out, right and left and right, getting into your lower hip. You want to get into your hips? Good. Into the lower spine, making the spine loose, easy, comfortable, and flexible. Now nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. You must keep your feet flat on the floor, so don't lift your heels up, keep the feet flat on the floor. Now we're going to move on to Padhastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees and grab your feet from underneath, from behind, grabbing your heels. Standing on all 10 fingers, try to get your baby fingers to touch. Wrap your elbows around your calf muscles and then keep your stomach on your thighs, your chest on your knees and your face on your legs below your knees. Now pull up on your heels as hard as possible. You're trying to touch the top of your head to the tops of your feet. There's no space for light or air between the compression of your body and your legs. You must keep that space compressed, no light or air. If your stomach and your chest is not touching your knees, bend your knees more up to your body so that your stomach and your legs are touching. Keep your face on your legs below your knees. Keep your eyes open. Roll the weight into the soft part of your feet. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Tilt your tailbone up and pull as hard as possible, stretching from your lower spine all the way down your spine to the top of your head. The object of pulling is stretching. So the more we pull, the more we stretch and lengthen the spine. Change. Come up. Bring your hands into prayer position. Keep your arms in line with your ears. Come up with a straight flat back. And now relax your arms by your side. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to move on to Utkatasana, awkward pose. So you step to the right 6 inches. And now please bend down and measure 2 fists between your toes and your heels. When you come up, your feet look like the capital letter H from the top, and you might feel a little bit pigeon-toed. Bring your arms up parallel to the floor and squeeze all 5 fingers tight together. And just drop your hands a little bit so that your fingertips are in line with the top of your shoulders. You don't want to have your arms up here. You want to keep them straight, dead straight. Nothing loose, nothing hanging. Now inhale with me. Exhale, swing your hips back and sit down like you're sitting in a chair. You want to come down and you want to be in this kind of position so that your thighs are parallel to the floor. Now don't let your feet turn out. If they have, then just readjust them so that they haven't turned out or in. And then check that you have 6 inches between your feet, your knees and your hands. Good. Now bring your weight back into your heels. This turns on your glutes, which supports your hips. You kind of feel like you want to fall down backwards. Tuck your tailbone in to get more length in your lower back, so slightly tucking it in. Lift your chest up, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Now go down, and change. Come up. Second part, we rise up onto our toes like a ballerina. Inhale. Exhale, suck your stomach in and sit down on the tops of your toes. Stop when your hips are in line with your knees. You don't want to drop your hips lower than your knees. Now push your stomach forward. Lean your upper body back. Keep your arms straight. Lift your heels up. Lift your knees up. You strengthen your ankles, stretching your feet. Now I know your thighs are pointing, but stay in the posture. Stay with me. Heels up, knees up. Heels up more, knees up more. Lean your upper body back more. Spine is straight and change. Come up. Good. Relax your feet. Now rise up onto your toes, a little bit onto the soft part of your feet, and then bring your knees together to touch. Squeeze them tight together. You want to really squeeze them like you're zip-locking them up. Good. Keep your arms there. Don't drop your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Suck your stomach in and come down for a slow count to 10. Now you want to stop when your hips are a few inches above your heels. So like there. Good. Now lean your upper body back and push your hips forward. Keep your spine dead straight. Arms are parallel to your thighs. Thighs are parallel to the floor. And then from the side, your body looks like a box. Now stay in the posture. Drop your knees slightly down. Lift up out of your heels. You don't want to be sitting down like a flat tire. Stay in the posture. Bounce a couple of times if you need to. Good. And change. Come up. And feet together. Arms by your side. Good. We're going to move on to Garurasana. Eagle pose. Bring your arms up over your head. Swing your right arm underneath your left arm. Twist your arms like ropes. Then you're bending from the elbows, twisting at the elbows, twisting at the ropes, at the wrists. Bring your hands into prayer position. Thumbs face you. If you can't bring your hands into prayer position, you just can interlace them and pull your elbows down until your fingertips go below your nose. Then suck your stomach in, swing your hips back, and sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Lift your right leg up and over your left leg. Twist your legs like ropes. Wrap your foot around your calf muscle if you can. Otherwise, you just direct your toes in the direction they need to go. Good. Sit down more. To balance, lean your upper body back, suck your stomach in, and then just concentrate and meditate. Lean your upper body back more. Sit down more. Suck your stomach in more. Concentrate. Meditate. Now bring your knees slightly to the right, upper body slightly to the left. Line up your wrists, your elbows, your knees, and your ankles. Sit down with me, and change. Arms up, and swing your left arm underneath your right arm. Twist your arms like ropes. Pull your elbows down so that your fingertips go below your nose. Otherwise, you can keep your hands interlaced. Thumbs must face you. Pull your elbows down more. If you can't get your hands like this, you can grab your elbows. Good. Your shoulders. Then suck your stomach in, swing your hips back, sit down. Good. Suck your stomach in, lift your left leg up and over your right leg. Twist your legs like ropes and wrap your foot around your calf muscle. Now try to get your foot just between your ankle and your calf muscle so that there's no space between your ankle and your calf muscle. To balance, suck your lower belly in, lean your upper belly back, your back, lean back, stay in the posture, pull your elbows down. Good. Stay in the posture. Now bring your knees slightly to the left, upper body slightly to the right to line up the wrists, the knees, the elbows, and the ankles. Stay in the posture. Stay with me. Good. Compressing all 40 major joints. And as we release a fresh flood of oxygen, nutrient-rich blood into the body. Change. Arms up and arms down. Good. Okay, you can have a sip of water now. And just place your water where it's easily accessible for you. Have a sip. And then we can move on to the concentration series consisting of 3 balancing postures. Starting with standing head to knee pose, Dandayamana Shavasana. Your intention is to balance on one leg for 1 minute with your knee locked. So balance on your left leg, lift your right leg up so that your knee is slightly higher than your hip. Suck your stomach in, round, down and interlace all 10 fingers below your toes, thumbs included in the grip, webbing to webbing grip. Bring your heels slightly forward so that your heel is directly underneath your knee. Suck your stomach in. Bring your attention to your standing leg, lock your knee, draw up on your kneecap, engage your thigh. Now only if your standing leg is locked, solid and you're stable in your balance, only then can you inhale and kick your right leg forward towards the front mirror, exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, and straighten your arms. So you need to stay in this posture so you need to balance on your leg. Balance in this posture, don't go further than this. If your standing leg is locked, you're not locked, you need to balance on that leg, stable for 1 minute. Just concentrate on the balance. If you have kicked out, then bring your elbows down beside your calf muscle, and then if both legs are locked solid, concrete, like a lamppost, then slowly tuck your chin to your chest and touch your forehead to your knee and change. Beautiful. Balance on your left leg, on your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Suck your stomach in, round down, interlace your fingers below your toes, thumbs included in the grip, webbing to webbing grip. Good, underneath the foot. Then bring your heel slightly forward so that your heel is directly underneath your knee. Suck your stomach in, concentrate, meditate, draw up on your kneecap, engage your thigh, squeeze your butt, that helps to balance. And then, only if that standing leg is stable, not wobbling, not bent, stable, concrete, locked solid like a lamppost, then inhale and kick your left leg forward. Straighten your arms. To straighten your top leg, push your thigh into your hamstring, kick through your heel. You want to keep kicking through the heel to straighten the top leg. Then concentrate and meditate. Bring your attention to your standing leg. That standing leg must be locked solid, concrete like a lamppost. Then you can slowly start to bring your elbows down beside your calf muscle. And then if your elbows go below your calf muscle, you can slowly tuck your chin to your chest and touch your forehead to your knee. Change. Good. If you want to do a 2-second back bend, place your hands on the lower back, relax your neck. And that's it. Good. Okay, we're going to do it for 30 seconds. Stand with your toes and heels together. This is your alignment for your body. Balance on your left leg. Lift your right leg up, knees slightly higher than your hip. Now suck your stomach in, round down and interlace your fingers below your toes, thumbs included in the grip, webbing to webbing. Now bring your heels slightly forward so that your heel is directly underneath your knee. Then look at your standing leg, concentrate, meditate, draw up on that kneecap, engage the thigh and squeeze the butt. Then inhale and kick your right leg forward towards the front mirror, exactly parallel to the floor, and then bring your elbows down beside your calf muscle. Now try to tuck your chin to your chest and then just go for it. Touch your forehead to your knee. Change. Beautiful. Balance on your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Suck your stomach in, round down, interlace your fingers below your toes, webbing to webbing grip. Bring your heels slightly forward, flex your toes towards your nose. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and kick your left leg forward towards the front. And then if your leg is locked solid, bring your elbows down beside your calf muscle. And if you haven't kicked out yet, just go for it. Go for it. Just kick out. And then change. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to do standing bow pulling pose. Your intention is to balance on one leg for 1 minute. So don't worry about what the posture looks like. Let's just concentrate on getting the strength to balance. And once you have the balance, you can start to work on your flexibility. So concentrate on that balance first. If you're falling out, get back in. Don't give up on yourself. Bring your right hand out to the side, palm facing up, and bring your hand to the inside of your leg and pick up your ankle bone from the inside. Good. Bring your knees together to touch. Left arm up towards the ceiling and start to bring your shoulder to your chin already. Then inhale and kick your right leg back and up towards the ceiling and start to charge your body forward. Now the most challenging part is to balance on one leg for 1 minute, so concentrate. Don't even blink your eyes. Now as you kick your heel away and allow your right shoulder to disappear behind you. And as you reach forward, touch your shoulder to your chin so that your upper body is doing a back bend and a twist, and you have two shoulders in one line from behind. Now you're halfway through the posture, so don't quit, don't give up. Find that point of stillness where you know you can balance in this posture forever. As you kick your heel away from your butt and your calf away from your hamstring. As you reach forward, try and touch your shoulder to your chin. And now, if your toes are starting to pop up above the center of your head, then start to bring your stomach down parallel to the floor. Kick up, reach forward, and change. Beautiful. Stand with your toes and heels together. Left arm out to the side, palm facing up. Bring your hand to the inside of your leg and pick up your ankle bone from the inside. Bring your knees together to touch. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, kick your left leg back and up and start to charge your body forward. Now, as you kick your left leg back and up, then allow your left shoulder to disappear behind you. As you reach forward, try and touch your shoulder to your chin so that your upper body is doing a back bend and a twist. Now, your shoulders are in one line from behind. Now you're halfway through the posture. So kick your heel away from your butt, your calf away from your hamstring. The kick is the driving force of the posture. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kicking and reaching 50-50. Now kick your heel away. If your toes are starting to pop up above your head, start to bring your stomach down parallel to the floor and take it to your edge. Kick up, reach forward, and change. Woo! Okay, you're going to do it for 30 seconds now. Let's do it together. Come on, let's do it together. Right arm out to the side, palm up. Bring your hand to the inside of your leg. Pick up your ankle bone from the inside. Bring your knees together to touch. Left arm up. Inhale, exhale, kick your right leg back and up towards the ceiling and charge your body forward. Now as you kick, allow your shoulder to disappear behind you. Don't forget to point your back toes. Reaching and kicking is 50-50 simultaneous. Now kick your heel away from your butt, calf away from your hamstring. Now if the toes are popping up above your head, bring your stomach down parallel to the floor. Kick up, reach forward, and change. Well done. Left arm out to the side, palm up. Hands to the inside of your leg. Pick up your ankle bone from the inside. Bring your knees together to touch. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, kick your left leg back and up. Straight back and up. Good. Reach forward and try and touch your shoulder to your chin. Try to touch the front wall in front of you. Kicking, reaching, pointing your back toes. Now the kick is the driving force. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If your toes start to pop up, then start to bring your stomach down parallel. Kick up, reach forward, and change. Gorgeous, everybody. Just take an inhale and just let it go. Good. Okay, we're going to do balancing stick pose. 10-second posture. So from the very beginning, give it 110 seconds. Give it 110% of everything you have. Shoulders are going to hurt. That's okay. Shoulders are getting stronger. Step to the back of your mat. Bring your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers. Cross your thumbs. Inhale. And then step forward on your right leg. Lock your knees. Point your toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bring your body, chest and head down and your left leg up until your body is parallel to the floor. From the side, you look like the capital letter T. Now bring your body down more, leg up more, arms in line with your ears, body down, leg up, stretch and stretch. Change, step back. Good. Keep your arms up, don't drop your arms. Step forward on your left leg. Lock your knee, point your back toes, transfer the weight. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your body, chest, head down, and keep your arms in line with your ears. Now bring your arms in line with your ears more, lock your knees, point your toes, try to touch the wall in front of you, point your toes, try to touch the back wall, body down, leg up, stretch. And step back, good. Okay, we're going to calm things down a bit with standing separate leg, stretching pose. So come to the side of your mat, bring your arms up over your head, palms flat. Take a big step to the side, to the right, at least a meter, and bring your arms down parallel to the floor. Slightly pigeon toe your toes. This supports your hips. Pull your arms back to open your chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at your hips and come down with a straight, flat back. And then when you get down there, grab your feet from the sides or your heels from behind with your knees locked. If you can't grab your feet from the sides or your heels from behind with your knees locked, place your hands on your mat below your shoulders, then lock your knees, draw up on your kneecaps and engage your thighs. If that's as far as you can go, be still, breathe, and feel that stretching sensation running from your thighs all the way down your hamstrings here, all the way down the front of the legs, on the inside of your legs to your heels. Good. Then, if you have a good grip on your feet with your knees locked, then roll the weight forward into the balls of your feet and tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. You want to kind of pull your chest down towards the floor. Look on your mat in front of you. So draw a line between your toes, and that's where your gaze should be. And then pull on your heels as hard as possible. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and hug your elbows to your shins. If this is as far as you can go, then just breathe and feel that stretch in your back running down from your spine, your hips, all the way down your hamstrings, from your groin all the way down to your heels. Then, if you can still go further, pull as hard as possible and try and touch your forehead to the floor. Change, come up using your arms, leg strength, stomach strength, right back to left, arms up and arms down. Okay, we're going to move on to Trikonasana, the cardiovascular peak of the standing series. So remember this, the moment you want to give up is the moment you have to plug in now and really dig deep to stay with us, okay? So you're doing this for you, you plug in and you use everything. I know it's so tempting to get up and just leave and stop the video, but carry on with me, you've got this. Let's do Trikonasana together. Arms up over your head, palms flat. Take a big step to the right, at least a meter, and bring your arms down parallel. Then turn your right toes out 90 degrees, turn your left toes slightly in. Check that you have two heels in one line. When you bend your leg, make sure your thigh is parallel to the floor and your knees above your ankle. Then bounce a couple of times to make sure you're down low enough. Good. Turn your palms forward. Inhale. Exhale, move both arms at the same time and bring your elbow in front of your knee, your fingertips between your first and second toe. Look up at your thumb and touch your chin to your shoulder so that your profile of your face, if you had a mirror in front of you, would be visible in the mirror. Then push your knee back with the help of your elbow. Pull your right hip forward, this gets you down a little bit more, and drop your left hip down. Lean your upper body back, internally rotate, draw your shoulder underneath you, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Now reach up to touch the ceiling, reach down, stretching 50-50, equal and opposite directions. Left leg locked and flat on the floor. Change. Turn your right toes out. Turn your left toes out. Good. Right toes in, left toes out. Bend your knee. Make sure your thigh is parallel to the floor. Bounce a couple of times. Good. Two heels still in one line. Turn your palms forward. Inhale. Exhale. Move both arms at the same time and your left elbow in front of your knee this time. Look up at your right thumb and touch your chin to your shoulder. Now push your knee back. With the help of your elbow, lean your upper body back, pull your left hip forward and drop your right hip down. Now draw your shoulder underneath you and lift your right chest up towards the ceiling. Now stretch up, stretch up, stretch up, stretch down, right leg locked and right foot flat on the floor. Change, come up, turn your left toes in, right steps back to left, arms up and arms down. Okay, we're going to move on to standing separate leg. Very beautiful therapeutic posture. It's an inversion, head going below the heart, so you can really feel great after this posture. A little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. Bring your arms over your head, palms flat. Keep your hands only in prayer position and cross your thumbs. Keep your arms in line with your ears. Now step to the right at least a meter. Lift your toes up and pivot on your heels to face the back of your room. Then bring your back foot in 45 degrees. Bounce your head forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to square off your hips. Now don't flare your hip back out. Keep it forward. It must be straight to the back wall. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Touch your forehead to your knee. If your forehead and knee don't touch, bend your knee up towards your forehead so that your forehead and knee touch, and separate your hands on either side of your foot. Tuck the ground away from you with the help of your fingertips. You push the ground away from you. You want to really round your back up. Your back must be round. And touch your forehead to your knee. Keep your back leg locked, straight, solid, and flat, and your foot flat on the floor. Bring this hip a little bit square, the squares of your hip, and more weight into your front leg to keep your hips square. Keep your forehead on your knee with using your throat and neck muscles, really keeping your forehead on your knee. Your throat feels choked, eyes are open, breathe in and out through the nose normally. If you want to try and challenge your balance, walk your hands into prayer position in front of your foot. Change, lock your knee, arms in line with your ears, come out one vertebra at a time, then pivot on your heels to face the side, pivot to face the front. Bounce your head forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Back foot is in, 45 degrees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round down one vertebra at a time. Separate your hands on either side of your foot. Then touch your forehead to your knee. Bend your knee up towards your forehead if you need to. Then push your forehead into your knee to try and straighten your leg a little bit more. Keep your back leg locked, back foot flat on the floor. Use your muscles in your neck and your throat, choking your throat, but you're massaging the thyroid gland, and as you release thyroxine into the body, aiding the metabolism. Keep your back rounded up, puff your back up more. Then if you want to challenge your balance, walk your hands into prayer position in front of your front foot, and change. Lock your knee, come up with your arms in line with your ears, stop there just to clear out your spine, and then pivot to face the side, feet together, arms by your side. Now don't drink. Why? Because you're going to move into Savasana after tree and toe stand. So just balance, stand with your toes and heels together. Balance on your left leg. Lift your right leg up and bring your heel to the center line of your body near your pubic bone. Grab your foot from underneath with your left hand and release your right knee down and back. And pull your right hip forward and bring your right hand into your heart center and pray. Namaskar. Tuck your tailbone in, lift up out of your waist, and imagine I'm pulling you from the top of your head. So you want to grow tall through the crown of your head. And then if you can maintain the balance and keep your foot there, then bring both hands into your heart center and pray. Toes stand, bend from your lower spine, and place your hands on the floor in front of you. First, transfer the weight into your hands, bend your knee and sit down on your toes. Then, swing your hips back, lift your chest up. Place your hands on either side of your hip or on either side of your knee. And then when you're learning to balance, you're looking 4 feet in front of you on the floor. First, bring your left hand into your heart center and pray. And then your right. And then when you have the balance, you can lift your gaze up. Change. Push through the ground using one arm strength, leg strength. And then we end off in tree together. And if you waited in tree, thank you. Well done. Change. Balance on your right leg, lift your left leg up, bring your heel to the center line of your body near your costume, release your knee down and back. Bring your left hand into your heart center and pray. Release your knee down and back, tuck your tailbone in, lift up out of your waist, good. You want to try and get 2 knees in one line from the side. Bring your left hand into your heart center, namaskar everyone. Toes stand, bend from your lower back. From your lower spine, place your hands on the floor in front of you, transfer the weight. If you're staying in tree, beautiful, just concentrate, meditate, work on your posture. Toes stand, swing your hips back, suck your lower belly in. Bring your hands to either side of your hips. Then, first, bring your left hand into your heart center, and then your right. Whoops. All learning together. First your left hand, then your right. And change. Push through the ground. Come up using your arm strength, stomach strength. Reverse your actions. Ending off your tree. Beautiful. Change. Then just turn around and lie down for Savasana. Sorry, didn't mean to get my bum on your face. Just want to get where you can see me more. in the posture. So I'm going to bring my camera down. That's it. So you'll be able to see me better. Just lie down, turn around, lie down for Savasana. Keep your eyes open. Remember, Savasana is an active posture, so you're not just lying here to have a nap. Concentrate, feel how your body feels. Right now my body is feeling out of breath because it's quite difficult to practice and to speak, and like I can feel all the sensations of really working hard. My palms are facing up, so I'm receiving all the energy that I've given out in the previous asanas. Inhaling ease, exhaling calm. Okay, we're going to move on to Pavanamottanasana, wind removing pose. Inhale and bend your right leg. Interlace your fingers below your knee and pull your knee up towards your shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. Then hug your elbows to your sides and pull them down towards your hips. You want to keep active with your arms so that you don't roll over to one side. You want to keep in the center with your head flat. Tuck your chin to your chest so that you get more of your neck flat on the floor as possible. Pull down on your knee, feeling that stretching, pinching sensation in your right hip. Inhale with me. Belly rises against the thigh, and as I exhale, my belly falls, massaging my ascending colon. Change, lower your leg down. Inhale and bend your left leg. Interlace your fingers below your knee. Pull your knee up towards your shoulder, avoiding the rib cage. Hug your elbows to your sides and pull them down towards your hips. Keep your head flat on the floor, tucking your chin to your chest. Good. Pull down as hard as possible, keeping your fingers active. Really good for arthritis. As you breathe in, feeling that stretching, pinching sensation, and your belly rises against your thigh. And as the belly falls, massaging your descending aspect of your colon. Change, lower your legs down. Inhale and bend both legs. Then grab your opposite elbows. And if you can't grab your elbows, grab your wrist, your hands, or your forearms, or your knees, that's okay. Grab your elbows, pull your knees down into your chest, push your knees into your forearms, so your shins or knees, and then watch. As you push, more of your lower back touches the floor, releasing the tension and compression in your lower back, also improving the skeletal system. And as the skeletal system improves, so will more of your lower back touch the floor. Keep your head on the mat and tuck your chin to your chest. Look down the center line of your body. Inhale with me. Belly rises against our thighs, and as we exhale, belly falls, massaging your transverse colon, aiding the metabolism, digestive system. Good if you suffer with indigestion, irritable bowel syndrome, or flatulence. Change, lower both legs down, arms by your side, Savasana. We're going to be moving on to the spine strengthening series, consisting of 4 back bends, starting with Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Bring your toes and heels together because we can do a sit-up. The 15th posture is a sit-up. Toes and heels together, flex your toes towards your nose. Bring your arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Palms are open like books facing the ceiling. Inhale and hold your breath. Roll up like the letter C, double exhale, double jerk, fall forward, grabbing your toes, touch your forehead to your knees. Then turn around and lie down on your belly for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Bring your hands to your shoulders, close to your chest, fingertips in line with the top of your shoulders, baby fingers in line with your deltoids, thumbs in line with your nipples, or where your nipples should be. Bring your toes and heels together to touch, lock your knees, point your toes, side hips firm, one leg like a cobra. Then inhale and lift your upper body up using 100% of your back strength. Come up until only your belly button is on the floor. The rest of your body is in the air. Push your toes into the ground. Good. Now, hug your elbows to your sides. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And look up. Go. Mora. Hold it. Change. Lower down. Look to face the right side of the room. Toes in and heels drop out to the side. We just strengthened the lower back. And as you put your toes and heels together and your toes together and your heels flop out, you release the tension and compression in your lower back. Good. Moving on to locust. with your arms straight, bring your chin forward, lift your body up and roll your arms underneath you, like you're going to use a volleyball. So your hands, palms need to be flat on the floor underneath you. Spread your fingers wide. This is the only time in this series that you're allowed to spread your fingers wide. Bring your baby fingers together to touch. Get your elbows as close together as possible. Relax your left leg, lock your right knee, point your toes. Inhale and lift your right leg up 45 degrees is the minimum. There is no maximum. So point your toes and lift your leg up more. Now your hip bone is sitting, resting on your forearm. Push into the ground to help lift that leg up more. Lock your knee, point your toes. Your leg is long and strong. Lift it up, hold it. Change. Lower your right leg down. Relax the right leg. Lock your left knee, point your toes. Inhale and lift your left leg up 45 degrees. 45, half of 90. So if there's no minimum, you can lift that leg up more. Push into the ground. Now internally rotate your inner thigh up towards the ceiling so that the sole of your foot is facing that ceiling. Now make this leg strong. Make it strong. Nothing loose, nothing hanging. Hold it there. Change. Lower your left leg down. Walk your arms closer together. We're going to do both legs now. Spread your fingers even wider. Bring your mouth down to kiss your towel. Bring your toes and heels together to touch. Lock your knees, point your toes. Inhale, and then lift both legs up, using 100% of everything. Come up, lift up, use fuel injected power. Use your arms straight, your back straight, your back straight, everything. Go up, hold it there, hold it, hold it, hold it. Change, lower down. Roll your arms quickly out from underneath you. Look to face the left side of the room. Toes in, heels flop out to the side. Savasana. Inhale and let it go. Good. We're going to move on to Purna Salabhasana, full locust pose. Bring your arms out to the side. Hands, palms in line with your shoulders. Baby, all 5 fingers tight together. Bring your toes and heels together to touch. Lock your knees, point your toes and your chin is forward. Inhale and lift your arms, your legs, your chest up like a 747 taking off into flight. Now lift your arms up more so that your fingertips are in line with your head. Lift your legs up more so that only your hip bones are on the floor. Lift your chest up. Now go up, fly up, more up, hold it. And change, lower down, look to face the right side of the room. Toes in, heels flop out. Inhale, ease. Exhale, calm. And then if you need to, just take an inhale and sigh it out. Sighing just releases tension and compression in the abdomen. Okay, so we've strengthened the upper back, the lower back, and the middle back. And now we're going to wrap the spine strengthening series off in a bow. So bring your chin forward, bend your knees, and grab your feet from the outside, all 5 fingers together. Bring your knees together to touch, or close together in line with your shoulders, like 2 wheels in one base. Then inhale and kick your thighs up towards the ceiling, trying to get your knees in line with your shoulders. Lift your chest up, then roll the weight into the soft part of your belly and keep on kicking. The strength in the back bend comes from the kick, so the harder you kick, the deeper you go. Don't drop out of this posture. If you're dropping out of it too soon, it's because you've gone too far too quickly. Now kick your feet into your hands, thighs up towards the ceiling, and let's hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Change. Toes in, heels pop out to the side. Savasana. Strengthening the middle back. How it works is through the compression. You reduce the blood flow off into the spinal column, into the vertebra, and into the muscles. And as you release, a fresh flood of oxygen, nutrient-rich blood floods the spinal column, which helps with bone degenerative diseases. Healthy spine, healthy life. Okay, push yourself up and come to the top of a mat, sitting Japanese style. We're going to move on to fixed foam. Now is a great time to have a sip of water. And if I had any jokes to tell, I'll tell you to keep you engaged. And let's work together. If your knees hurt, Just stay here and just be still. You don't want to hurt the knees, so no sharp shooting pains. If they don't, separate your feet. Sit between your heels, hips and heels touching. Then if your knees hurt, don't go further than this. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. Then, if you can go further, place your hands on your feet, fingertips facing forward, and come down one elbow at a time. Then, if you can still go further, lift your chest up and place the top of your head on your mat. And if you can still go further, you place your upper back and shoulders on your mat and bring your arms up over your head and grab your opposite elbows. If your knees hurt, you can separate your knees. If not, you squeeze them tighter together, feet facing backwards, not out to the sides, straight back. Good. Then, remember this, if you are doing 1% of the posture, you're getting 100% of the benefits. The only time you're not benefiting yourself is if you can't breathe or be still in this posture. That's how you monitor the posture, so then you need to go back a phase or two. Now lift your torso up so that you create that natural human bridge, stretching from your knees all the way up to your elbows. In awkward, we were strengthening the thighs. In fixed firm, we are stretching them. Change, come up, one hand at a time, one elbow at a time, head comes up last, then turn around and lie down for Savasana. Heels together, toes drop out to the side, palms facing up. We're going to move on to half tortoise. Bring your toes and heels together to touch. Flex your toes towards your nose. Bring your arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Inhale and hold your breath. Roll up like an MC, double exhale, double jump forward, grab your big toes and touch your forward to your knees and bring your elbows down the sides. Good. Turn around and come sit Japanese style in the middle of your mat. Squeeze your knees tight together, squeeze your heels tight together. Tuck your tailbone in to get more length in your lower back. Bring your arms up over your head in prayer position, cross your thumbs. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, hinge at your hips and come down with a straight, flat back. Then go and try to touch your forehead to the floor first, and then your hands, and then lift your wrists up off the ground. Arms are locked and in line with your ears. Tuck your tailbone in, try to sit heavy on your heels. If you're not sitting heavy on your heels, separate your hands in front of you. Push the ground away from you and get your hips heavy on your heels. You want to favor your lower back over your upper back in this position. So it's really, you have to get your heels first touching, your hips first touching your heels before your forehead touching the floor. So if that's where you are, then you stay here and you just push the hands away from you. If you are with your forehead on the ground, bring your forehead slightly forward so that the tip of your nose is almost touching your mat. Stretch through your arms forward to separate your upper back away from your middle back. Tuck your tailbone in to separate your middle back away from your lower back, stretching in equal and opposite directions. Rotate your elbows and your shoulders underneath you. You want to get that broadening across your back. This is a 75% passive posture, 25% active. And change, come up. Arms in line with your ears, come up with a straight flat back. Relax your arms by your side, then turn around and lie down for Savasana. Heels together, toes flop out, palms facing up. Inhale and exhale. Now your body is warm, ready and prepared for the maximum back bend of the series. Camel, Uttanasana, beautiful heart opening, hip up, opening posture. Always call it a vulnerable posture because you're opening the heart. Bring your toes and heels together to touch. Flex your toes towards your nose. Arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Inhale, hold your breath, roll up, double exhale, double jerk, forward, grab your big toes, touch your forehead to your knees and pull your elbows beside your palm muscles to the floor. Turn around and come to the top of your mat for Camel, Uttanasana, and then if your knees hurt, then just bend your mat over for extra padding on your knees and bring your hands to your lower back. Then roll your shoulders down, squeeze your elbows together, push your hips forward. Lift your heart and chest up and relax your neck. Now don't go too fast, just relax your neck, work with me and just listen to my voice. Good. Now push your hips forward, lift your heart and chest up more, then start to gently go back. Go back slowly. And when you can see way back behind you, grab your right heel with your right hand, your left heel with your left hand, a full hands palm grip. Now you don't want to be sinking into your hands and holding heavy onto your heels. So you want to lift your heart and chest up more and push your hips forward more. Relax your face, relax your face. The strength comes from the core, not your jaw. Push your hips forward, engage your thigh muscles. This really helps with the posture. So the strength in this posture comes from the legs. Push your hips forward more, lift your heart and chest up more. Now just hold it here for 5. Keep your eyes open, breathe in for 3, relax it for 2, and bring your hands to your lower back for 1. Head comes up last, lifting up, strengthening the spine, stretching the spine, and change. Turn around, lie down for Savasana. Heels in, toes flop out, palms facing up. Inhale and exhale, and just know that now just allow your body to just feel what it needs to feel. Heart opening posture. And here's a fact for you. A lady who had a humpback, an 80-year-old lady, you can actually Google it. She had this humpback, and from doing yoga, her body is perfectly straight from all the back bending. So your spine does get healthy, you can straighten and create beautiful postures, and really try and Google that story because it's an incredible, inspiring story. The heart opening posture in camel opens the heart, you're stretching the muscles over the heart, and you hold a lot of emotion in the heart and in the hips and in the joints. And as we open them in yoga, we release these emotions. So you can feel overwhelmed, sad, emotional. Just allow yourself to feel it, that's okay. Okay, after doing the maximum back bend, we're going to do the maximum forward bend in Rabbit Sasangasana. Bring your toes and heels together to touch, flex your toes towards your nose. Arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Inhale, hold your breath, roll up, double exhale, double jerk, fall forward, grab your big toes, touch your forehead to your knees, and pull your elbows beside your calf muscles. Then turn around for the maximum forward bend of the series. Sit heavy on your heels, ankles close together, feet are flat on the floor, no space between your ankles and the mat. Then bring your arms straight back, grab your heels, fingers on the inside, thumbs on the outside, tuck your tailbone in, lean slightly back, and then tuck your chin to your chest and round down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Touch your forehead to your knees. Then lift your tailbone up and your head is touching the floor. If your forehead and knees do not touch, then with your head flat on the floor, walk your legs right and left to your forehead until your knees touch your forehead. Then roll forward like a wheel until your arms are straight. Try to get your hips above your knees. Arms are straight, hips above your knees. Feeling that stretching sensation running from your coccyx all the way down the spine to the top of your head. Pull on your heels as hard as possible. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Feeling that stretching sensation. There is weight on your head. There has to be weight on your head. Keep your eyes open. I know your throat is choked. You're massaging the thyroid gland again. Beautiful inversion, getting a flush to the brain. Pull on your heels. Hold the posture and change. Come up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Then turn around and lie down for Savasana. Heels together, feet flop out to the side, palms facing up. Inhale and exhale, and just notice the space in your chest because you've just compressed all the internal organs, and as you've released, you've expanded the lungs, the heart and the chest. And just take a beautiful inhale and just relax the chest. Good, we're going to move on to Janu Shirasana and Paschimottanasana, which is separate leg stretching and then both legs stretching. And then you're going to end off with our spine twist. Bring your toes and heels together to touch. Flex your toes towards your nose. Arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Inhale, hold your breath. Roll up like a little C, double exhale, double jerk, fall forward, grab a big twist, switch your forward to your knees. And then turn to face me. Good. Extend your right leg out to the side. Bring your left leg, bend your left leg and place your left foot on the inside of your right inner thigh. And from the top it looks like a 90-degree angle. Bring your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, thumbs included, webbing to webbing. Now twist to the right, round down and touch your forehead to your knee. Then grab your foot from underneath, webbing to webbing, grab. If your forehead and knee do not touch, you bend your knee up towards your forehead, touch your forehead to your knee, then grab your foot from underneath. Forehead and knee must touch in the posture. Don't worry about having the legs straight. It's not about flexibility, it's about compression. Good. Now round your back up like you did in rabbit. Touch your forehead to your knee, drop your left shoulder down and lift your right chest up towards the ceiling, lifting the chest up, squaring the torso off with the leg. Pull your elbows down beside your calf muscle. You're really practicing for standing head to knee in this posture. Keep the compression of your forehead on your knee, trying to push into your knee to get your knee a little bit more straight. You're massaging into the left sciatic nerve. You're really pulling. Kick through your heel. Learn to flex your toes backwards. Eventually your heel will pop off the ground. Pulling, flexing beyond your flexibility and change. Come up. Now keep your arms there. Swap legs. Bring your right leg, right foot to the inside of your left inner thigh. Twist to the left, round down, and same action as on the right. Grab your foot from underneath, touch your forehead to your knee, drop your right shoulder down, and lift your left chest up to square your torso off with your leg. Try to keep your right knee on the ground flat. So keep pushing into that. You're really stretching here, practicing for standing separate leg to knee to head to knee pose. Kick through your heel, flex through your toes, kick through. Eventually your leg will pop up off the ground and then eventually you'll get your leg a little bit more straight. Push into your knee with your forehead. Pull your elbows down beside your calf muscle, stretching beyond your flexibility and change. Come up, extend both legs out in front of you and immediately lie down to do a sit-up. Inhale, hold your breath, roll up, double exhale, double jerk, grab your big toes. Then bend your knees a lot with your peace sign fingers. Grab your big toes and seal them off with your thumbs. Then walk your hips out right and left, left and right, 10 to 15 times to get your legs straight. But your legs don't have to be straight in this posture. So if you can't straighten your leg, keep your knees bent and you have to lift your chest up because you want to keep your spine straight in this posture. Have to keep the spine straight. So we're not compressing now, we're not bending, we're not trying to be more flexible as possible. We're now keeping the spine straight. Now, push your thighs, if your knees are on the ground, if your legs are straight, push your thighs into your hamstrings. Eventually, your Achilles heels will pop off the ground. Good. Keep your chest up, keep your spine straight. Pull and pull. Now you pull as hard as possible because the more you pull, the more you stretch and lengthen your spine. So that's what we want to do. We want to stretch and lengthen the spine. Pull beyond your flexibility. Kick through your heels. Pull your toes back. So you want to flex your toes back. If your toes are curling in, kick them out, pull and flex. Now walk them out, walk, pull, stretch, pull your chest towards the front. Pull your chest towards the front. Eventually your stomach on your thighs, chest on your knees. And eventually the top of your head will touch your toes. Change, turn around and lie down for Savasana. Quickly lie down so we can do our spine straight twisting. Bring your toes and heels together, flex your toes towards your nose, arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Inhale, hold your breath, roll up like a little C, double exhale, double jerk forward, grab big toes and then turn to face me. Good. Bend your left leg, place your left heel by your right hip. Make sure you've got both sit bones on the ground. Then bring your right leg up and over your left leg and your heel is by your left knee. Bring your right hand to the center line of your spine, left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right, push your knee away from you with the help of your tricep. Grab your left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. Now you twist from the stomach, the chest and the shoulders and then you turn and look over your shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn, twist and look over your shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. And if you want to go deeper, you wrap your arm around you, grab your inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist and twist and twist. Change. Swap legs, left leg over right knee corner, heel in line with your right knee, left arm to the center line of your spine, right arm up towards the ceiling, both sit bones on the ground, inhale and lengthen, exhale, twist to the left, push your knee away from you with the help of your tricep, grab your right knee, both sit bones on the ground, inhale, lengthen, exhale, turn and twist, twisting from the stomach, the chest. And then the shoulders, stomach, chest, shoulders, twisting. Grabbing deeper if you want to grab your inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist, and twist, and twist. Change, turn around, correctly lie down for Savasana. So just flush out the spine, aligning the spine again. And we started off with the breathing exercise. We're going to end off with the breathing exercise, Kapalabhati, breath of fire. Good for the metabolism. It's like doing 100 sit-ups. Bring your toes and heels together to touch. Flex your toes towards your nose. Arms up over your head and cross your thumbs. Inhale, hold your breath. Roll up like that. See, then exhale, go straight forward. Grab your toes and touch your forehead to your knees and then turn to face me. If your knees hurt, you can sit cross-legged and place your hands behind you. Thumbs are facing forward. Good. If not, we're sitting Japanese style. Sit on your knees and place your hands on your knees. Okay? This supports the spine. Now, I give you all permission to just let your belly hang out there. And we're going to do 60 breaths out the mouth. Okay? It's a passive inhale and an active exhale. We're going to really flush out the system now. Release all the toxins. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And let's go. Lick your lips, swallow a couple of times. Inhale through the nose. Part your lips side out. Good. Well done, everybody. Bring your arms up over your head. V for victory. Bring your hands to your mind. And just spare a moment for everybody. Bring your hands to your mouth to speak well. And bring your hands to your heart. And acknowledge yourself, and for just pushing through and dedicating yourself to these 60 minutes. Well done. I honor you, and it's been my honor and my privilege for you to invite me into your homes and watch my video. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste. You can turn around and lie down for your final Savasana.